Madame... Madame Rezarta and her amazing palm reader. Okay. Here we go. Just need to manage to stay awake. Which actually I'm not feeling too tired, but like I did yawn a couple times. Euclid -A is to reside in a low security residential chamber at Biosite 59. Due to -A's physical disabilities, level 1 caretaker is to assist with -A's daily activities, such as feeding and dressing. -B is to be kept in a standard containment chamber, also at Biosite 59. As -B neither requires food nor products, biological waste material, typical weekly chamber cleaning is not necessary. However, -B requires bi-monthly grooming to prevent accidental self-inflicted injury from its nails. To ensure -A and -B continued cooperation in testing, -A is permitted to enter -B's containment chamber once a week for no more than 4 hours. These sessions are to be overseen by a minimum of 2 security personnel and recorded for research purposes. Okay, -A is a blind female human of Albanian descent, age 68 as of the 3rd 11th. -A has no hands, instead its forearms are joined together. Okay, where the wrist points are typically located. There's extensive scarring on -A's body, primarily on the upper back. -A claims that its injuries were the result of poor treatment in captivity prior to containment. -A is proficient in Albanian, Cantonese, English, German, Japanese, Mandarin, and modern standard Arabic, and has rudimentary knowledge of Hindi, Portuguese, Spanish, and Swahili. God, so damn. Like not only so many languages, but so many like that different ones as well. Yeah, I know every language is different. Yeah, but you know what I mean, like, because you could have like, if it's from different continents, is what I want to say. -B is a single living organism composed of 932 hands attached at the wrist to a central mass of is that supposed to be oblong flesh? 929 of the hands are identical, consistent in appearance with the hands of an elderly female and bearing genetic similarities with -A. The remaining 3 appendages appear to belong to an adolescent human male, an adult human female, and a Bengal tiger again, respectively. -B skin is the same thickness as that of a human's, but substantially more durable and resistant to minor injury. Every 8 to 10 months, -B will molt, shedding its skin in a reptile-like manner. -B is docile if unprovoked. However, if one or more of its hands is intentionally severed / significantly damaged by an organism possessing hands or similar appendages, -B will retaliate by using its nails to sever its aggressor's hand or equivalent thereof, which will then be integrated into its anatomy. Oh my god. So if you ever guys want to decide to pet something that is just made out of hands, make sure you don't accidentally cut it or injure it. -A and -B share a strong telepathic connection. Anything felt by -A is also felt by -B, and vice versa. Extensive testing has shown that despite the mental link, -B is independently sapient and capable of interacting with Foundation personnel, even when -A is heavily sedated or similarly incapacitated. The relationship between the two entities is symbiotic. -A uses -B in a manner comparable to a seeing eye dog, utilizing -B's sense of touch to form a mental image of its surroundings. Likewise, -A shares auditory information with -B and acts as its mouthpiece, verbally relaying thoughts and requests. I see. So one of the eyes, one of the mouth. SCP-1884 came to the Foundation attention after attempting to check into a hotel in United Arab Emirates at 3:41 a.m. According to the report written by local law enforcement, -A attempted to barter the jewelry it was carrying in exchange for lodging. When the receptionist declined the offer, -B entered through a nearby window and approached the receptionist aggressively despite discouragement from -A. Down, Brutus, down! It probably doesn't make that sound I made. It probably just makes the sound. After the receptionist fled, -B reportedly stole a room key from the front desk. Foundation agents in the area intercepted the receptionist's emergency phone call and discovered -A and -B in a single-person hotel room. The two were recovered at that incident. Interview log -A. Wow, some thick paragraphs I see down there. Okay. Dr. Hayfield, okay. How long have you been connected to -B? As long as I can remember. Wherever I've been, Luana has been there with me, even if only in my mind. Where did -B come from? When I was still very young, I asked my mother the same question. She would not tell me. She said she did not want to frighten me. No, that's good to know. She won't tell you because she's worried that you get scared. As an adult, that would scare me the most. But like, what did she know that she was not willing to tell me? Have your blindness and physical abnormalities been present since birth? Yes, Luana has always been my eyes. She feels the ground so I can walk. She helps me hold things. In my old age, there have been times she has carried me. I'm very grateful to her. What were the events that led to the incident at the hotel? That may take some time to explain. That's perfectly fine. Please proceed. When I was 8 years old, men came to our house asking to buy me and Luana. My parents were upset. They always tried to hide us and keep us a secret, and they were worried the men would tell others, but my father still sent them away. It was the first day I had ever heard my older brothers cry. At night, a man with an upside-down face came to my room. Okay. Luana was still very small and could not fight him. He put a sock in my mouth and took us away. I never saw my family again. Oh man, it's just pure story time. So buckle up, guys. We were taken to America and forced to work in a place called Herman Fuller's Circus of the Disquieting. At first they made Luana and I part of the parade of freaks, but once I was grown, they told us we needed our own act in order to earn our keep. They dressed me in flowing clothes and jewelry and billed us as Madame Rezarta, an amazing palm reader. In our act, Luana would... not yawn. Luana would walk on the faces of volunteers, and I would make deduction about their appearance based on what she felt. This one is African. This one broke his nose as a child. This one recently had an accident on a fishing trip. If I made an error in my guesses, I went without dinner. If I made an error in my English, I would be whipped. My English improved very quickly. My God, who? In the meantime, your parents are like somewhere like panicking because you were gone. Does that mean your brother's still potentially alive, but your parents aren't? As the years went by, the circus grew. We began touring in other countries regularly, and I was forced to learn more languages. We visited New York, Paris, Berlin, Stockholm, Tokyo, Beijing, and more small cities I can count. Did you guys come to Zurich? We were told how lucky we were to be part of the circus, to be leading such glamorous lives. Glamorous lives! We were always unnerved. We slept on the same foam mattress for 30 years, and not a week went by without me receiving abuse of some kind. Even when Luana tried to rebel, I was the one who was ripped. My skin is not as strong as Luana, and we both feel more pain when I am hurt. You see my arms? All these scars are from the circus. I received this one when I misused the word competent. This one I confused a Roman nose with an Aquiline nose. And all this here from when Luana first tried to help me escape in 1944. We never attempted to escape again. Until that night 2 weeks ago. I had always discouraged Luana from trying to escape. Beyond my fear of being punished, I told myself that no matter how bad things were at the circus, it would be worse in the outside world. I told her it would only be a matter of time until Lorana was killed by some frightened person on the street, but the thought of leaving still passed through her mind frequently. 2 weeks ago, when we had stopped on a deserted road between shows, Lorana killed the guard outside our tent. She did it while I was asleep, so I would not have to feel her feel her do it. She must have done without planning it ahead of time, because I never saw the idea in my mind. Unless she found a way to, turn that off. When she awoke me, I was very frightened and almost would not leave, but I was afraid of what the man with the upside down face, the ringmaster thug, would do to us if he found out Lorana and had become dangerous. So we fled. I could not run very far, and Lorana had to carry me to civilization. I told her to wait outside while I tried to get us a room at the hotel, but she did not listen to me. I see. I think that's all the information we need for today. Thank you for your cooperation. You are very welcome. I'm very grateful to be here. You people treat me very well. I wish I could be with Lauren in person more often, but she is always with me in my mind. And log. Subsequent investigation into Herman Fuel's circus of the disquieting have found no evidence that such a group exists. Yeah, I mean, there's so many groups that that's connected to SCPs that if you do some research says that it doesn't exist, but you never know. You never know. It could just be that it just doesn't exist in any physical, paper or digital form, but it could still be a thing. In the log-B, with assistance from -A, Dr. Selman was able to teach -B to read Braille and communicate by signing letters of the alphabet. The following is a one-on-one interview between Dr. Selman and -B. Dr. Selman used a Braille printer for his queries, which have been romanized here for the sake of readability. -A was heavily sedated at the time the interview was being conducted in order to ensure the integrity of -B's replies. Was it Dr. Selman before as well? No, that was Dr. Hayfield, but now we have Dr. Selman. What are ya? Here I am, SCP-1884B. What is your species called? I am only one. I am Luana. What is your nature? Question confusing. Alright, how would you describe yourself? Hand thing. How long have you known -A? All minds have been connected ever since my first thought. Where did you come from? Ask your parents, please. Remember that this is a serious interview. Where did you come from? I don't know, but I remember it was wet. How would you describe your captivity in the circus of disquieting? God damn it. -B raises the middle finger of every hand not being used to support its weight. Kindly expound on that. In words, if you would be so kind. We were treated very badly, punished always. They could not hurt me, so they hurt sister to hurt me. They are crooks. They are always hurting people. Who else did they hurt? Oh God. Can they hurt my... need to yawn for a little bit so I can stop? Other acts and sometimes peanut gallery. Sister always heard screaming from other dens late at night. No one would tell us why. -A stated that you were the one who instigated your escape. What led you to make this decision? She was afraid to try, but I wanted a better life for her. They hurt her too much for too long. And then we had the perfect chance. I think that concludes our first interview. Thank you, Dash B. Wait, may I have Braille books, please? I am lonely and bored. I'll put in a request. Dash B was later provided a limited selection of literary classics in subsequent interviews. Dash A and Dash B noted their favorite works as Pride and Prejudice and Wuthering Heights, respectively. Hey, at least you got some good books to read. Those are some classic good books right there. Man, what a messed up. Like, the man with the upside down face is probably what scares me the most. Was there a short film or something like that? Oops. Let me double check. Now I'm curious if there's a short film called that. Man with upside. Villains Wiki. Where are you from again? Trevor Henderson Mythos. But is there anything else? Ew. Okay. I don't think so. Yeah, no. Creepy concept. But yeah, there's no short film. I could have sworn I heard it from somewhere though, or I've seen something that like might be inspired by, or like, you know what I mean. Brain not working.